This is a presentation of the Cornell University School of Industrial and Labor Relations, ILR, Advancing the World of Work.
The ILR school has a very rich history. It was founded in 1945, opened the doors, and our mandate from the state of New York was to bring labor management peace to the state and to the country. So one of the things that's interesting about our program is that we're not really advocates for labor or management. We're constantly looking for places that labor and management can work together. And we're really looking for the ways in which the school can advance the world of work, both domestically and around the world these days.
I think this program is the best you can find in terms of human resources and labor relations. So if you're thinking of having a career in those areas, it's the best campus to be in the world.
The ILR School's reputation is well known throughout the world, and our alumni have carried that reputation, and that continues to bring employers to the school to recruit our students.
For someone who actually got out of undergrad, they may not know what exactly they're looking for, so it's very important to find a program that has a very broad and international view where they're exposed to different fields, related fields from a different perspective, whether it's from the HR perspective, whether it's from the OB perspective, whether it's from the labor perspective. So it's very important to have that overall macro view of something that they're interested in. Another thing that you really have to look for is a school, an institution that has the resources, meaning either like the library, database, and expertise, and especially the professors.
The grad student needs to know that our collection at the ILR School Library, the Catherwood Library, is the envy of most Fortune 500 companies. They don't have anything approaching what we make available. We have specialized resources that are available only through the school, not available anywhere else at Cornell or in many places of the world. We have also such an extraordinary collection and services that surround them that we're an international labor organization depository library. In order to become that kind of library, we have to make the case that we can outperform the Library of Congress, which we do.
Students are exposed to the world's best scholars and researchers in collective bargaining, industrial relations, and as well as in human resources. And so you get students who will get a chance to participate and learn cutting-edge knowledge as it is being produced.
Knowing that this is a major decision in a student's life to choose the MILR program, we know that the Career Services Office is a very large component of their decision. And in the ILR Career Services Office, we work very closely just with ILR students. So the master's students have access to 3 career advisors and assistants who are there to provide the following resources plus more. Any type of career assistance and advisement, career assessments, an on-campus recruiting program, access to job postings, networking with both employers and alumni, and any type of assistance they might need.
I would definitely recommend the MILR program, and for 3 reasons. The first is, again, the exposure to people in the field, the types of positions that you're actually going to be a part of, the exposure to faculty, a diverse exposure to faculty, which is fantastic. Not only do you get the labor side, but you get the HR side, and you have a chance to see both of those in play. The third reason is, again, the wider Cornell community and the wider resources that Cornell has to offer.
When you're admitted to the MILR program, you can actually take courses across the university. So if your interest lies in, for example, doing things psychologically, you can take classes in the Department of Psychology. Or you can take courses in the business school. Or you can take courses in human ecology. The entire campus is a playground, and this plays back into the idea that we want students who are well-grounded in the social sciences. So we encourage people to think broadly about the world of work.
The students that come through the MILR program range from those who have worked for companies or organizations for a number of years to students who are right out of undergrad. Some of them have had a lot of economics, most of them have had little or none. So my big challenge has been to try to make the economics that I teach relevant to the kinds of things that they want to do. Nearly all of them aim to be managers, some in companies, some in governmental or international organizations, some in unions. And so bringing the economics perspective to bear on the decisions that people would make as managers in any of those types of organizations is what I try to bring to the classroom.
It's one thing learning about the theory and the concepts behind HR, but it's another really talking to people and seeing those things in action. I worked for 3 years in training and development, and when you transition from a job to school, it can be a very difficult transition. But with the Mylar program, it was exciting because I was able to work on real projects with actual companies and interact with HR professionals and work with them on real things that they were dealing with. So that was a really good experience.
The Center for Advanced Human Resources, so a lot of employers buy into this basically a research institute, and it's a lot for practitioners and stuff, and you get the opportunity to meet high-level executives, which is really helpful towards your career. And you just get to learn about what people in the field are actually doing and what their concerns are. So it's a great networking tool and really helps out when you're looking for jobs as well.
When I think of CARS as a benefit to graduate students, I think of three things. One is exposure to executives to learn best practices. The second is exposure to companies in doing real-world live case projects so that you get to apply learning in a way that companies actually use your answers. And the third is exposure to alums that are looking to hire more Cornell people in companies that are global in their footprint and looking to hire people for jobs globally.
We don't try to distinguish between HR and labor relations. For us, it's one discipline, and when you look at it globally, it's one function, and that's why that's the key advantage of coming here.
Students do quite well on the marketplace. In very good economic times, in fact, sometimes the demand is even greater than students that we have. And in even tough economic times, our students still do really well in the marketplace.
2 years is not very long, but it does allow you to experiment, to think about your career and develop it in a methodical way, so that when you leave here, working with our career services program, you should be well situated to find a career that really fits your own needs.
The fact that it's a small school makes it very, very good for us to speak to faculty, to interrelate with administration, and we feel like we're really taken care of. It was a fantastic decision. I really couldn't have asked for a better experience at a graduate program. If you're at all interested, I would definitely recommend visiting because you'll just fall in love with it immediately.
We do require somebody who has initiative, is curious, asks questions, and the more you become involved in asking and seeking, the more resources you'll find that are available to you.